Hey guys, well, we got us another project to work on. This is going to be, it's not my bike, it's a buddy of mine's. It's well, called a freight train. Say what's up, freight train?
What's happening?
We're going to put a clutch kit in this Honda Foreman 500. What year is this thing?
It is a 2006.
2006. So we're going to do a little demonstration on how to go about doing it. I'm going to pull that front cover off, and done a couple of these, and so should be a pretty easy process. But he's already got this thing modded up pretty good, but he's wanting to do a gear reduction, all this other cool stuff, and we'll get that eventually. But right now, we're gonna put a clutch kit in it. And you're using the, who is it, EPI?
EPI comp stall.
EPI comp stall. So that's like 1,000 RPM-ish, yep, or something like that.
Supposedly the biggest and baddest clutch kit.
Yeah. He's already got some mean axle paddles on the back of it. He's given them things a try. They work real good. So anyway, we'll get this thing jacked up and started on it, and we'll do some more filming. Alright, there she is, all jacked up. Got her hung from the ceiling. And get a nice exploded view of what you got going on, especially without all the plastic and stuff in the way.
She's ready to do work.
A little mark on it. Hope that Sharpie's good enough.
Well, we got footage.
Yeah, where did we put that mark at?
Alright, it's off. It goes back down like that.
Yep. Just a tight fit. Alright guys, there you go, that's what you got. There's your clutch, hiding behind the big old beautiful plastic cover. As your primary clutch is the one we're dealing with here. It's got 6 springs in it. You're going to take those 6 springs out and replace them with the performance springs. They got more resistance on them, which causes the weights to wait longer before they engage the whatever you call this hub, or whatever you want to call it, to start turning the secondary.
This will be where your gear reduction goes, right here.
Yeah.
That will be your wet clutch.
Right.
That's how they call it.
But anyway, that's what we got. So we'll get the clutch apart and go from there. Alright guys, there's your wet clutch, or primary clutch I mean, after we pulled the retaining rings and whatnot off.
That's what we're changing, right?
And that's what we're changing. So we're going to get to doing that. Alright guys, here's the fun part, is doing these springs. Got a little close-up shot for you. I'll show you what I do. I use a 90-degree angle pair of pliers. Now watch me have a hard time with this one.
Look, there it went.
Pop that sucker loose right there.
Bam.
That's the easy one. The hard one is putting the EPI one back on, because it's got a lot more spring tension than the factory one.
And here it is.
Because it is not going to allow the clutch to engage as soon So you stall up and build up some power before your wheels start to pull, so you can get yourself out of a mud hole. Here you go. Here's the old one. Where's the new one?
Stock spring, check.
Stock spring, check.
New spring,
New
check.
spring, check. All right. So now we're going to put this spring back in. And corn in the background always helps.
Corn
It helps a lot.
makes the work great.
Yeah, it makes everything go
Disturbed, slip knot, mud vein.
better. Yeah, stuff like that.
You know. That's
All
how
that-
we roll.
All that mind warping stuff.
That's how we roll, baby.
Yeah. Now, the EPI instructions say a 90-degree angle pair of pliers works really good.
They lied.
They lied.
Yeah, for taking them off.
I have a pick. If you can find you one of these, they work pretty good too. They also say get a clutch spring tool installer doohickey. I don't even know what that is.
And they also say to remove this guy and this clutch basket, primary clutch out. Nah,
And we're
you'd never
doing
be
it-
able to do it.
We're doing it in the bike.
A lot easier.
Now, watch me not get this one the first try. They're not the easiest things in the world to do, but you can do it. Come on. There you go. And she's in. Takes a little effort. It ain't the easiest thing to do, but you can do it. This is the part where a lot of guys will be like, I don't know if I want to mess with that.
Nothing to it.
But you know, you do a couple. You just want to make sure you don't drop nothing down in your motor, because like we're doing this one with the engine standing
This
straight
is what
up.
the towels are for,
Yeah.
so that way nothing drops in.
There you go.
Check. Check.
You know, we don't want little bitsy pieces down in the engine that aren't supposed to be there,
It's not good for it.
because they don't play well together.
Nope. You don't come on this side?
I think I can do it right here.
Pulling power instead of pushing power. Huh?
Yeah, pulling power.
Pulling power, that's Honda right there.
Yeah. Might not be the fastest, might not be the baddest, might not have the most horsepower,
But I can promise you I'm going to come out the other
you'll
side.
come out the other side. Especially
And
them friggin' axle pedals.
If a canned ham or a brute force wants to come get some, I can promise you they can come get some. I got it for them. I got witnesses. Come get it.
Alright, there you go. There's another one. Just to prove I can do two in a row. Alright. To not bore you guys to death with us doing the rest of these,
You get the picture.
you get the picture, you get the idea. That's how you do it. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 more to go, and then we'll have them done. Alright guys, one thing we failed to document taking apart was the retaining assembly that holds the all this stuff in. I don't have technical names for all this crap because I'm not that big of a Honda mechanic.
Clutch plates.
So if I call it a doohickey and a doodad, that's just what it is. So you got this doohickey, and then you got this little spring doodad between this plate and this doohickey, and that's where your tension's created. You'll figure it out when you take it apart.
When you take them off, be sure you take them off
Yeah.
and you set them out the same way they go back on.
Yeah. So take a pair of channel locks. I happen to have a big pair. But you got to kind of compress that spring a little bit. See if I can get this sucker up in here. You push down, take your little C-clip. My hand's not blocking the view. Got to go straight this way. And then push it on. And then if you have a partner, you're going to have to take that sucker and give it a bop for it to pop in. And then there you go. Now she's on. And then we got 2 more to do because I already got these on. So we'll just knock those out. Let me get it started. Alright, let's knock it on. Yeah, it does help to have an extra set of hands. And I don't have the little spring pliers and stuff, or C-clip plier tools and all that, so I'm having to do this way.
Some tools are overrated.
Yeah, especially when you have to go buy them.
Redneck ingenuity at its finest.
Yeah. If it First you don't succeed, try a different tool. My dad, who was a mechanic for many, many years, said you always want to take these little springs and give them a little, kind of scoot them a little bit and make sure they're all seated good so that you know they're not going to come out later. So give them a little twist. Make sure they're all in there good. So you know that you don't have to worry about the clutch coming apart on you when you're riding, because bad things happen.
Yep.
Like you have to have a Can-Am pull you out the woods.
And that's very bad because Can-Ams do not touch the Honda.
All right, guys, we got it. The crankcase cleaned up and ready to go on. Got a couple dowel pins here. Make sure these guys don't come out. You got one here and one on the opposite side. But let me show you something here. This little guy right here has a little spring on the bottom of it. It goes down, and when you're taking this bike apart, make sure you don't lose that guy down in the engine. It sits right there like that. It's a little touchy, so keep an eye on that when you're putting your cover back on. That's one thing that can give you a bad day if you lose it or forget to put it back in. And just for the sake of showing you the other dowel pin, this one right here. Now this one right here was easy to pull out, so I mean they will come out. You can pull it out with your fingers. The other one was a little tighter, but that's what you got. So we'll move on to the next step. Oh, one last thing. This little metal washer sits right, well, this little guy right here, it came off with the cover when we took it off, but this guy goes right here. This little thrust washer goes up against the housing when you put it back on, because this actually goes into a bearing on the on your housing cover. Make sure you put that guy back where it belongs. Make sure when you pull your housing off, if you see that guy stuck on the housing with oil adhering it to the housing, that you put it back here before you put the bike back together. That could also give you a bad day. All right, what are we doing now, Mr. Justin?
We are putting the bolts back on the motor cover.
Because we have successfully installed
a sweet clutch kit. We're going to show them boys how to do the work tomorrow.
And if it works, it'll be really sweet. If it don't work,
yep,
it'll be all my damn fault.
That's it. Every bit of it.
All right. Now you got your the other bit here. It's your, since this is an ES, he's got his electric shifter solenoid here. Just got to set it back on. Make sure everything lines up when you slide it on. If it don't, it won't slide on.
And that ain't right.
And you'll know it. There it goes. Get your bolts in. There you go. Where's your green light? That's badass right there. All right, freight train. What do you think, man?
It's a lot more of a beast now.
Not a lot more of a beast?
Oh yeah.
Still got to get the gear reduction in there, but that sucker got some jump.
It's got the cojones.
It's got some cojones under it now.
That's right.
Get them tires turning in that thick ass mud.
Because that's all we like to play in.
Yeah, that's right.
Or me anyway.
Yeah, you more than me, but that's just cause I ain't quite torn mine apart and done all that. But Yeah, we took it for a drive. It runs good, don't leak, everything goes like it ought to. Don't click, don't snap, don't pop. Runs through all the gears. Life is good.
Everything's groovy.
Everything's groovy. So we did it right.
Going to Busco tomorrow.
Yep, I'm running in Busco. Unfortunately, I can't go with him to see what happens, but I'm sure he'll report back on it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all watching, and check out my other videos, and we'll see you next time.